let's go. Welcome back to an episode of Keeping Austin Queered. My name is Sky, and this is a podcast where we connect through colorful conversations. And today we are here with a very, 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 very dear friend of mine. And it's the first episode of season 3, where I am so stoked for. And we're going to test out going video. So this one won't necessarily be a video podcast itself, but I'm doing this at home. I got professional lighting, and I'm going to try to work this camera that I had for so long that I actually haven't even used yet. So happy new year. We're back with season 3. And yeah, I don't have a production company, so we're going to just roll with it. So today's guest I wanted to have on is a very dear friend of mine, like I mentioned before, one of my oldest friends in Austin, and first friends actually, and older friend, named Miss Angela, aka Mama. Welcome to Keeping Austin Queered.
Well, thank you for having me, Sky.
Of course. So we've talked about having you on for a little while now. And I don't know. I feel like we just finally said, fuck it, let's do it. Of course, I needed someone for season 3. I feel like I'm well seasoned in this now.
I was ready to do it.
And you were ready to do it. So, but we're bringing up a specific topic today that, you know, I think is going to really be helpful for people to hear and understand on, you know, a variety of different levels. But we're talking about aging, okay?
Happens to the best of us.
Happens to the best of us. Where's my... I mean, it's part of the gig. You know, we all come in and we all got to go out. And through that, you know, through life, we obviously age. Some better than others, though. And so, yeah, so we're going to talk about there, walk you through a variety of questions. But before we start, let's find out. Let's tell the audience on how we met. Well, first of all, how do you identify?
Straight.
Okay. Have you ever had any lesbians
I've
situations?
kissed two women.
Oh, okay.
And, you know, it wasn't.
Was it a college?
No, not necessarily. It was later on in life. And one was completely sober and the other was not.
Okay.
And
there you go. Okay. And then, so how did we meet? I remember it like it was yesterday. Do you?
I do.
Okay. So basically, yeah, I mean, it was kind of like one of those situations. Okay. So you're a trainer, and I hired a trainer kind of like, very early when I came from LA to Austin. And it was the 24-hour fitness at this time. It's no longer open, but I hired a trainer that actually used to work at West Hollywood. And then he was here in Austin. He invited us to a house party of his when he was doing a bourbon tasting, right? And he had a few of his coworkers there. You were one of them, as well as Brooke, and she's been on here before. And you said you knew all the codes, and you were basically a pool slut.
Professional pool whore.
And so am I. And so I was like, hell yeah, I'm new. I don't have any access to these things. Let's buddy up and hit up some pools. And so we did, right?
We did. As soon as the summer kind of came on, and that was pretty much from March on.
I mean, and we were hitting it.
Oh, yeah.
We were popping fences and going here and going there and, you know, doing it all. And cookouts. And we made it like every weekend a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I appreciate you for your friendship and introducing me to the pools of Austin.
I was happy to have a kindred spirit.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the other thing, too. I mean, so I'm 45. How old are you? Well, I'll be 45 this year.
I just turned 58.
58. Mm-hmm. So there is I would say about, what is that, 13-year different?
Yeah.
I don't think that's too far of a gap for us, but I feel like old soul to old soul, a lot of the things, I'm not.
Your soul's old, my soul's young, so
That's
therefore
what it is. Yes.
meet in the middle with that.
Actually, yeah, you're 100%. Because I can't do the small talk, and I can't, we get on the same page with a lot of things when it comes to that. So, all right, before we get into story time here on Keeping Austin Queered, we like to play a fun game so the audience members get to know you a little bit better, and I get to know you a little bit more than probably what I know already. So I have 2 games in front of me. One is they're just questions, so deep or deeper.
Okay.
And we're going to do a 3-card pull. And then the other option is never have I ever. So they're actually not too crazy.
Okay.
Just FYI, people get a little nervous, but there's nothing to be nervous about. So 3 cards.
I'm beyond giving a shit at this age. So.
There you go. So what's your first choice?
How about never have I ever?
Oh, okay. Let's get into it. And obviously, you see, I have not pre-did this. Oh, no. And we could do a repick too. Never have I ever found a sex tape made by my parents.
Never have I ever. Thank goodness.
Nope.
No.
And neither have I.
I found my mom's toys that after she passed, so that was interesting. Things you don't think about.
Things you don't think about. Yeah. And I think we kind of later in our friendship, we've talked about, hey, listen, if I go out or you go out, here's what we're doing.
Make sure my stuff is put away.
Wait, here's where to find it, and here's what you got to do.
Right.
Right. So, all right. And then what about another card?
Let's go to the deeper.
Okay. Well, do you want deep or do you want deeper? Question wise.
Oh, there's 2 categories. Okay. Let's go. Just go deep for now.
Let's go deep for now. Okay. Deep. What's a movie you hate but everybody else loves, and why do you hate it? Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, I know. I'm probably going to get a lot of pushback for this, but I hate the Star Wars movies.
Star Wars.
Yes.
Okay.
And
why?
They're monotonous. It's always the same war. It's whether it's against drones or Darth Vader. But I love the Star Trek movies.
Oh, interesting.
Because I think the characters are a bit more varied. The stories are different in Star Trek. So I know I'm going to get a lot of pushback for not being a lover of the Star Wars movies. But
to each their own.
And I know maybe not to lump them all in.
Right.
But overall, Star Wars just does not float my boat.
That's crazy. I don't know I don't think I ever knew this because Star Wars is huge for me.
I know.
And that's, a big thing that my dad passed on to me. And that's actually one of his signs as his death sign, I assigned to him. And Sky is part of my name with that. And what's crazy is me and Jason are literally burning through a documentary of how Star Wars was made. So it's really cool. But I mean, not a flack. I think there's a ton of people that could care less with a Wookiee.
The technology was being used and Spielberg and all that stuff. But just overall, I've never been losing my mind over Star Wars stuff.
I get it. Okay. Do you want to go deeper?
Let's go deeper.
All right. Okay. Deeper. A good friend pulls off a practical joke that plays on one of your weaknesses and makes you look ridiculous. How would you react? Slap that bitch.
Yeah. It might bring out the fangs. And I might reciprocate. It depends on what it was, of course. But
I mean, you've been known to bite your lip or two.
Yeah.
But also you have no problem saying what you need to say.
Yeah. I guess it depends on what it was. And I was like, we've all got skeletons.
Yeah.
And, sometimes at somebody else's expense might seem like a good idea.
Yeah.
But it depends.
Oh my gosh. As you know.
I mean, I would, of course, would clap back and roll with the punches.
Yeah. You're good at that.
But if it was really interpersonal, then I'd probably be like, try that shit again and we're going to have some problems.
fuck around and find out.
Exactly.
No, I had a friend that I feel like, that was doing this constantly to me. And I just had to say, nope, it's not fun for me anymore to be your punching bag of jokes socially. Yeah. So I'm not, but I can, me, I can roll with the punches. I think, if you can't laugh at yourself, who can you laugh at? Type of
true.
thing. But I will also, me, I'm quick to say something. So I say something, I get it together, get it in check, and no, that was rude, and just tell you straight up.
Yeah.
So. All right. Well, thank you for playing those get to know you better questions. So let's get into the story time of aging. And girl, I feel like we talk about this all the time. You and I have had we could tell a tale.
Yes.
And I die laughing is because even throughout our friendship, what's it been? Has it been 5 years now? I'd say.
I kind of remember it because my aunt had passed away in 2019.
Okay.
And that's when we met.
Okay.
So I know it's been at least.
So what's the math?
So 5, 6, going on 6 years.
6 years.
Yeah.
Okay. And I always find something out new about you. A job that you worked, the thing that you did, and probably the same for me. Yeah. So I just love that it's always fresh and fun and funny with the stories that we've told to live.
I've lived a life of doing varied things, and sometimes something will make me think of it or lead into it. So.
Yeah. And that's the thing, I guess, I love about you as well as being more mature and older is that you don't hold anything back. Like you just live full force, which I love to death. And a lot of people are reserved and a lot of people have secrets and a lot of people hold back. And I just say it, live it, do it, tell it. And, it's not, and you do it in a way, it's just fun and story time and funny. And sometimes, educational or sometimes at the expense of your own whatever, but you're just helping,
Yeah. It just insecurities hold people back, I think, from being, 100% honest. And I've fortunately never felt like I'm an insecure person. Not that I haven't had insecurities,
of course,
but I was, take me at face value. And, if it's funny or, adds light to something, I'm happy to share and not hold back.
Take it or leave it. And that's, again, why I love you so much. All right. So we said each other how old we are. And do you like birthdays? Are you a birthday celebrator?
When they're on Friday or Saturday.
When they're on So big difference. Dinner out with friends or I'm good staying home?
Dinner with friends is still appealing to me.
Okay, still.
Running the streets, saying it's my birthday for 2 weeks, leading up to it for a whole month.
So you don't do birthday month or weeks?
Oh, okay. God, no. Oh, God, no. No.
Okay.
It's
Yeah. I used to do, I think, a birthday weeks as I was younger. I think for me, birthdays were, holidays were always great, but I don't know. I only got to experience a lot of great holidays when I was younger as a child. As I gotten older up until now, being married, I worked pretty much a lot of the holidays being in retail. So I was, customer servicing and just working honestly and grinding. And so I just it sucked the life out of holidays for me. So when it became my birthday, I was like, yes, it's my birthday. And and again, I didn't do the whole month or anything like that, but I kind of made I stretched it out a bit.
It is special. And not to negate that, but, I too, I've worked in service industry or this and that.
Oh, yeah.
And, they don't give a shit if it's your birthday on a Friday night. You need to show up and make money.
Yep.
Now, not to say that I wouldn't go out and have fun afterwards.
Yeah.
But as far as, again,
it's a special
time, but yeah.
I hear you.
But once it's done, it's done.
Okay. Now, how do they make you feel? Do you feel?
Honestly, I can't believe I made it this far in my life with all some of the stupid shit that I've done. I mean, sneaking out, getting in cars, going camping with somebody I barely knew. How have I made it this far?
You know what? You did it, girl.
Exactly.
You did it. You were here.
Just to come out on the other side is pretty astounding, actually.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, okay, good. There's a plan. There must be.
You're meant to be here.
Yeah.
You were meant to be here.
Yeah.
I think that for me, I could say that probably in my 20s, honestly, through my entire 20s, for sure. But how I love birthdays. I love to celebrate them from the very end till now. I actually love, getting older, and we'll get more into that. But I do appreciate it, as it was typically not necessarily a fear of mine, but just I had a different look out on it. Now, as far as your milestones, 21 or 13 teenagers, 16, 21, 30, 40, 50. How do you feel about milestones? And is there anyone within those years that you like really liked or disliked or just like celebrated big for? How do you feel about milestones?
Milestone birthdays, I don't really view them any differently.
Okay.
I know most people do, but I mean, 16's a pretty big. I remember being really happy about being able to get a car and getting away from my home and stuff like that. So that was pretty big. 21 wasn't that big of a milestone because you could already drink in Ohio. I'm from the Midwest, and you could drink at 19. So that wasn't a big milestone.
Oh, you're just doing it anyway?
I was doing it anyway, so I didn't really need a legal age. But I do remember my 30th birthday was pretty special.
That was a big one for me too.
It was not because it was 30. It's that this guy that I was dating purchased 2 flying lessons for me because I had a pretty big fear of flying, like in a small little prop jet.
Oh, cool!
Like flying lessons.
Okay,
so that really stands out for a pretty crazy great birthday.
I love that.
50 was kind of disappointing because there was a stupid ex-husband involved. But yeah, milestones, I could take or leave them.
Take or leave them.
Yeah.
And the flight, were you scared?
You know what? Part of the
Do you have
reason,
a fear of heights, by the way?
Well, not really fear of heights, but it was just kind of an illogical fear of flying. But what helped why he did that for me is because once we had those lessons, and you see all the checklists that the pilots. It's like they're not trying to die either.
Yeah. No one's trying to go down.
Exactly. So it really kind of, helped me get over my fear of flying.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it was a really cool and special thing to do.
Nice.
So
I'd say I agree with you. With the 16-1 car, get up and get out. I'd say 21, whatever, was kind of like, or I was already there doing it. 30 was big. I had a big 30th, and then I had a big 40th. So
I know. I remember.
Yeah, you were there. And I planned, it was kind of a slight COVID one, but I plan to have a big 50 in it and have big dreams for it. So we'll see if I can conquer that.
Yeah, I'm going to be happy that. Yeah. And I love other people's birthdays.
Yeah.
And either spending time with them or giving them like, I found this at this gift that I just want you to have. But
yeah, you're a great gift giver.
As far as mine, well, thank you. But as far as mine go, I'm like, meh.
Yeah, I hear you. Now, what do you love about this stage in your life? So now I think we talked about it, we said this like, oh my gosh, there's no way in hell that I would want to go backwards. I think life is getting better as I age,
Yeah. I mean, obviously the aesthetics of what your life looks like when you get older, because you still feel 40 or 35 or 45 or even 50 at this point. But then, you'll see yourself in a picture and you're like, holy shit. Damn, I look old. And it's not a character flaw.
No.
I don't view it that way.
Oh, I know what you're saying.
Aging isn't a character flaw. Being stupid is,
yeah.
Right? So there's that. But I don't, yeah.
No, I get what you're saying. I think, same thing. I feel like I've looked at photos and stuff. I'm like, dang, I don't look like that. I just did there was a 10-year. Where were you at in 2026 challenge, I guess, going on Instagram or Facebook or whatever. So I did that. I was like, well, I had to go, first of all, look up what that was. And that's 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And I was running the streets of West Hollywood, like, looking like a thought in his prime out there. But it was fun. I loved it. It was great, but I did not look the way I looked there, back then. But I do love getting older with age and embracing it. I used to honestly be in fear with it, but Jason was just like, you know what? People are taking care a lot more of themselves now, looks and health and all the stuff. And, we, do that particularly. And I've still had, we went out to dinner on a Wednesday and had, this nice, female at the bar, like, dang, you do not look like your age. So I do a lot of things to keep going, but I'm just like at that same point, that's nice to hear.
One thing that's kind of funny that's happened is when you start to, get a little bit older, you get to take advantage of those senior citizen discounts. Actually, this was at a thrift store.
Okay.
And they have seniors that start at 55. And he was like, I don't believe you. And I was like, oh, well, thank you so much. Now, obviously, he was probably putting it on, for whatever. But it was still kind of funny. I was like, I'm getting carded for senior citizen discount.
Yeah.
This is pretty cool.
I've seen you get carded for a few things while we were out. So don't let it.
That is true.
Don't let it fool you. I mean, we both just decided, I think the same time, maybe you did a little bit earlier than mine, to let go of dyeing your hair. I mean, I was definitely dyeing my hair every so often to hide the incoming grays because I was looking like Flower off of Bambi, just with the one streak. Now they're, spreading around to where I feel more.
It's a good look.
Comfortable with it, but we both let that go. And I feel like and I told you the other day, I was like, I cannot wait for your hair to go freaking full gray because it's going to look amazing. So,
well, think of all the money we've saved and the chemical processing. Not that I don't, I'm not saying I'm never going to put hair dye in again,
or do whatever.
But it's going to be,
Okay. As a kid now, I was just basically saying as like being a kid and being in the teens, the trials, the tribulations. I love having money. I love having a home. I love having a car. I love being able to do what I want to do when I want to do it. Right. So the fear of getting older, no, it's the best.
Because it's security.
Yeah.
it comes
back to that.
Never miss that feeling of being broke as shit. Is my car going to start? Do I have gas in it? The financial insecurity, those
the rent,
things,
the light bill.
That is the one thing with the aging. It's just kind of like, man, I am good where I am.
Yeah.
And
you did the work and now we're enjoying it. Yeah. 100%. When you think about getting older, what words come to you first and why?
Patience.
Mine was death at the beginning.
I don't fear death. I mean, obviously, I don't want to die in some horrible fire, or my big fear is drowning.
Oh, yeah, that's the worst.
But
both of them.
But, patience.
I love that.
Because, I'm just not in the rat race as much as I was. So I can take a minute just to, again,
cool down.
Yeah. Go with the flow. I don't need to be the first, whatever. So I'd have to say words that, patience. You just become a little bit more patient. I have. I don't know across the board, but I feel like that. And also just allowing yourself grace.
Yeah. Huge one.
Yeah.
I'll say I completely agree with you. And I'll say that those two words specifically is probably what I've learned now more than ever as I've gotten older. Probably this past year, honestly, through work and through marriage and all the sort of things and friends. Like I really used to be more quick to say, and now I'm just like, I could take a minute, I could breathe a bit, I just don't care as much, you know. So there's something to be said. I mean,
there's a time, there's time to be quick-witted, and there's also time to show grace.
Yeah.
And the older you get, the more you realize when those times need to happen.
Yep, 100%. And how much is that going to impact by you popping off or saying this or saying that?
Right.
Did you ever have a fear of aging, or did you said?
Not really. I mean,
or the death of it all. Because I used to. Now I'm at peace with it. Of course, again, I don't want to die, but I'm okay.
And obviously I don't want it to be violent or horrible. Yeah. But I mean, I've lost both of my parents pretty, young. But then I also see, their lifestyles were kind of conducive to their
that.
passing. So,
Yeah.
and I haven't lived that kind of lifestyle.
Same as my dad.
And I feel like, so I don't really have anything to fear. Again, I don't want to be painful or,
Yeah.
long, years down the line if there's like an illness or something like that. But I mean, I don't worry about my soul,
Yeah.
and I know people get older, they start to get more religious because they fear that.
Yeah, they start going. Yeah.
That is not happening with me.
Yeah. At what age, if you had to, like, do you want to go into your hundreds? Like how?
Oh, fuck no. Oh my,
Well, that was quick.
Here's how I think. I've got about another 10 or 15 years in me. I don't keep in mind because,
You've got another 10 or 15.
I've got another good 10 or 15.
Okay.
So I need to get my kitchen done.
Let's work on that.
So, but, as a person who works with senior citizens.
Yes, you do.
As a trainer and, being a fitness instructor too. If my mind is there, okay, maybe to 80, maybe.
Okay.
If that shit's going south, no, put me in the cellar with carbon monoxide, which I would do for myself, which I'm not advocating suicide,
No,
but
of course,
I'm just saying,
of course, yes.
obviously if I'm lost my
Yeah,
mind, I probably won't know that I've lost my mind.
You just don't want to be along for that ride and experience that life. Yeah.
Yeah. So
okay.
Yeah.
So 80 is your max?
So 80 is probably.
Jesus. I mean, I honestly hear you. I mean, I think we've also talked about, hey, if this has happened and this has happened to each other. So I completely get it. I think I don't want to be,
but living to hundreds, oh, fuck no.
I've experienced Alzheimer's and dementia in my family, and that is terrible. Don't wish that on anybody. It's rough. And at that point, it's sad. And of course, I'd never want to experience that or be.
It's a huge financial burden too for
financial burden. There's a whole lot of things. I just want to go out in my light as well. I would like to probably be around. I'm not trying to make the Smucker's jar on the Today Show, but a good 90s, mid 90s. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
And as long as I'm able
as long as your wits are about you
and able to eat and drink and carry on.
Right.
Gosh, you cracked me up. All right. So speaking of, we talked about, you mentioned this a little earlier. How do you feel? Like what age, if you had to say, I feel, because I've talked to a lot of older people and I didn't realize this, but as I started to hear a little bit more of that, that was one thing I did not know. I thought when you're 50, 60, 70, 80, that you feel that way. And of course, I'm sure, stiff, knee and this, that, and the other, but they look me dead in the eyes and they're like, I honestly, Sky, I'll be honest with you, I feel like I'm like 30s or 40s, like my soul, my internal, everything outside of that.
Yeah. As far as, the physicality of stuff, obviously shit's going south. You're needing glasses. Can't find. Told you about couldn't find my car in the parking garage. That was hysterical and worrisome at the same time. but
You're a good girl.
But yeah.
So how are you feeling? Like 30s, 40s?
I would have to say so in 20
or 20s.
2017. I turned 50.
Okay.
And very much so felt like I was holding, like I think somebody was guessing me around 41 or 42. Mm-hmm. And I felt that way.
Okay.
I'd have to say that's now, I still feel close to that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still, quick-witted and physical. And, my friends that are even just a few years younger than me, kind of joke. They're like, you're oldest of us all. And you never are like, I can't do this because my knees hurt. I can't do that.
No, you never said nothing to me.
Exactly.
If I invited you, you're jumping in. You're good to go.
I mean, I have hurt myself, obviously, but as far as that goes, but I've also taken care of my temple.
Yeah. You have.
For the most part.
Yeah. You have.
Yeah.
I'd say I'm feeling maybe late 20s, maybe early
that's
30s.
Good. That's very good.
If I had to put a...
But when I was your age, I thought the same thing. I was like, I'm invincible as fuck and I look good.
So let's go.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
What is something people assume about you because of your age that's totally wrong?
That I'm conservative.
Oh, that is probably, yes, I can see this. White, older lady, Texas.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So,
which could not be further from the truth.
Yes.
I mean, because
I know how you roll.
I've even gotten even more liberal as I've aged.
Yeah.
And I've always been pretty damn liberal. So, yeah, I think they wrongly assume, because I, got my cowboy boots on or I've got, gray hair. Or,
So they'll say a comment here and a comment there or kind of loop you in. I could see that.
yeah. Or, talk to me, just assume that I'm on the same page with them. And boy, if they only knew.
If they only knew. If they only knew.
If they only knew.
What surprised you about getting older? Anything?
Well, it's I wouldn't be. It's not a surprise, but you do feel overlooked.
Yeah, I hear this is very common.
Yeah, you just kind of feel overlooked, and which
Kind
is
of like invisible.
Invisible, and like you don't. What would they know? But it was like if you were an intelligent person yourself, seeking out knowledge and wisdom and from your elders is a great way to learn.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean,
I'd have to say, obviously there's a reason why there's a saying, the arrogance of youth, and so I'm invisible.
Yeah, I've heard that said so much from older people, shows, talk shows, etc., movies, and I've seen it for sure. And it is so crazy to me because I'm not really running the streets anymore as well and like I used to, but I notice, when I'll go out to specific things and they're more on the younger side where I, also am invisible in a sense to that, more like concerts or, ACL or something like that. But what's crazy to me is I've always been so attracted to older people and wisdom and, even applied. Well, for my first job, I was a bag boy at the Publix in the Villages. And then I was a busser at an old person's, restaurant. And I've applied to be like a senior caretaker just for like community service and a hobby. Cause I just love that. I just love their energy and I love their wisdom and all that sort of stuff. And
they're interesting. They've lived life.
The stories. And so I just think that's so crazy that's overlooked. But okay. Is there anything in life that has gotten harder? And then is anything in life that has gotten easier through aging?
I think for harder is, the whole dating. We talk about that, just the whole dating, because I'm too lazy to be, making all these big profiles and yeah. I just,
you can't do the online.
I this was a long time ago. I tried the Match, and that was new technology for back then. Kind of
right.
The apps have replaced all that,
Yep.
but I would never do any of that app crap just because. It would
not
be
the app crap.
Not the app crap, because it would just be like a full-time job.
Yeah, it is.
And I just can't. I just
it
don't.
consumes you and the texting and the following
and
up.
Why didn't they go?
You get in your head.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda. Why didn't they do this? And too much guessing game. So
you're the lady for in the wild and in the natural. I love that.
Yeah, like chatting up a man over by the wine at the Sprouts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or, flirting with a cute silver fox at Costco.
Hey, if you're listening. Oh, no, I love
Cannon location.
William Cannon. I love that.
That's definitely gotten harder.
Harder for sure.
Harder.
Dating is definitely harder as you get older. I think it comes down to, it's like, you just don't have the time, the care. It's like, I'm in my sweats and I want to do this. And to break free from that, I can see as you get older, you're just kind of a little bit more set in your ways, which I think there's nothing wrong for that. But I also think it's like, it's a flip of a coin. How bad do you want it where you're going to have to loosen that up and put some work in, or you don't, and you do, and you live your life.
Right.
You know?
I mean, and
that's okay too.
Said, it's like if I died tomorrow, I mean, I have lived, loved, fucked, traveled, worked, cared. I've done it.
We've done this many times. You're like, if I go out tomorrow,
it has been a life well lived.
Yeah, I'm good.
Doesn't mean I'm wanting to give up.
Correct.
And, so those things have gotten harder as far as meeting people more organically, like that. But because I'm not running the streets, but, I think as far as easier goes, as I've aged, I can't think anything that has gotten that much easier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine. Now, if you could talk to your younger self and would want to warn her about anything as you've gotten older, is there anything like you give advice to that?
No, not that I've done it so perfectly, but I mean, I was very adventurous, not insecure. So if there was something
in your younger years,
awesome. If I wanted to do something, I would go do it.
You were fearless and didn't hold back.
I would go on vacation by myself.
Okay.
Or obviously it's more fun with friends, but if I wanted to go to the beach for a weekend and I couldn't find anybody to go with, all right, check in next week.
Yeah.
So I don't really.
You weren't held back because of that.
I wouldn't. I would probably say, obviously, live life, and do not be afraid. But then I really never was. So maybe the healthy fear or not.
I'm so happy for you for that, because that is what holds so many people back now. From, in your age and my age and in their, younger years. So that is awesome.
That shoulda, coulda, woulda will drive you crazy.
Yeah, it will. I love that, by the way. That's everything. And I probably know the answer to this. When did you stop caring about what people think? Did you ever, again, maybe sounds like you didn't from the beginning.
I really haven't from the beginning.
Okay.
I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and I know that. And
just keep it moving,
and that's fine. But I mean, I am a people pleaser to a degree, but I won't sacrifice my being to have people in my life. But yeah, so yeah, I can't think of anything.
Okay. All right, we're going to move on over to a little bit more of the topic of beauty, body, and self-image and aging.
Okay.
Has your relationship with your body changed over time? Besides the exterior,
No. I mean, I've always kind of been this size and shape.
Yep.
Is that what you mean? Like,
yeah, I mean, just your what was your relationship with how's your relationship with your body changed over time? Like, I guess it's kind of obviously physically we do change, but I guess your reality to it changing, I guess, has that putting you into some like places of like, what's it called? When insecurities, or just like, maybe it's, you had all this confidence as a younger person and you did everything and has that, now gotten older and the body has changed. Has that maybe, slowed that part down?
I think since I've been in the fitness industry pretty much my whole life in one capacity or another, I've had a pretty healthy relationship to my body image.
Love that.
Not to say that, there's not been years, and especially the older you get, you're like, man, that's, that butt sagging or whatever. But there's things are going south. But I'm not willing to go get under the blade or do Botox. And for those who do all that, that's fine.
Yeah.
If that's what makes you happy, do it. But for me, I've got friends that are in their 40s that have had stuff done already.
Of course.
And I don't judge them for that. But what I wonder is when they look at me, do they like, damn, you look old,
Interesting.
Interesting. Like if you see yourself that way and you're willing to do all this stuff so early, like when you look at me,
I don't know. I mean, I've done all the things. I've been doing Botox since my mid 20s. I haven't. It's been a year since I've done Botox to my face, but I've never looked at. I look at the people individually. It's like, oh yeah, I see that. I can tell when someone's on Botox. I can tell when you've sort of done a nip and a tuck in this. But I live in the same space that you do. I don't care. You do you. Yeah. Whatever makes you feel good. Don't put that on me. I don't put that on you. Right. But I also don't go around looking at anybody like, oh, God, old
like
ass.
You need some work, girl.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Because I don't.
It never even comes across my mind at all.
But I have a pretty healthy relationship, I guess, with my body and stuff like that. I mean, obviously, it's not what it was, but once again, your results are directly what you put in. Yeah. So if I'm willing to go, do some things to my face, then obviously that would be, the payoff would be what I'd expect. But yeah. So
this is just really so nice to hear, though, because I think, again, that you've embraced aging and you are living your life to the fullest still. And you don't necessarily need the blade and the Botox to do that. And, you haven't had an easy life, knowing you very well. But you also haven't let those things affect you to where it has an impact. And I think that's something to be said, because a lot of the younger generation, 40s, 30s, 20s, they, with the Instagram and this, that, and the other, think that that's what they have to do to be happy or to look a certain way. And you're here as proof of that, to say
that you can be happy in your own skin without buying into everything that you're being sold. But like, to go back to being invisible earlier, it's not that I know people know I exist. Yeah. But so, like, just think about all those shows that are on, like all the dating shows. Well, until recently, there wasn't a senior bachelor or, silver bachelor. And I was like, the younger people don't need shows like that, because they're out running the streets, meeting people organically. So they're doing shows like that.
I love
for this age group is it makes sense. And I'm happy for that.
And I'm happy for that. Yeah. Golden Bachelor. Is my everything. I'm over the cattiness. I'm over the screaming. I'm over the cutting each other down. Be happy.
People
real
misbehaving,
love.
I know, is entertainment. Yeah. But not for me.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. All right. What do you think society, well, we kind of already talked about the invisibility of it all. All right, let's move on to the fun stuff. What was the best decade of your life?
30s.
30s. Tell me what.
Well, it's because I had a good job. I was making money. Had my own place. Bought a house when I was kind of young. But I still had a lot of energy. I mean, I think I've told you this. There's never been a time in my life I have not worked 3 to 4 jobs at the same time. So to have that freedom because you got a little money, your security because you got your own place. So the 30s and I was fit, and I definitely have to say the 30s.
Oh, I love that. Okay.
So what decade did that fall in? Hold on a minute. That would have been 1997 is when I turned 30. So from
early 2000s. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Those were great years. Yeah. So those were awesome years. Yeah, I could see that.
The fashion was great. I loved the fashion from the 90s, the music. So, yeah.
Okay. What's one thing you'd bring back?
My feather earrings. I used to have these feather earrings.
Did you get them at a powwow?
No, probably flea market or something. I bring my bell bottoms and my feather earrings.
Oh, I love that.
That was my Friday night skate world outfit with obviously.
You were in the rink.
I was in the skating rink.
Okay.
Yeah.
With your feathers.
But I would bring back my feather earrings.
Oh my gosh, I love that. What about do you have one daily ritual that you swear by?
Yes, and we've joked about this. It's my eyebrows.
Yes.
You throw on, I look at pictures back from even 10, 15, 20 years ago, and I was like, oh my God, I swear I have eyebrows. They're so sparse, but that is you put eyebrows on and it instantly makes you look more awake.
Yep.
Not as old. That's not a bad thing, but so
every girl has their thing.
And mine would be my eyebrows.
Yeah, eyebrows. I know. People who have no makeup on into those bunny lashes. I know a lip gloss, a mascara, or eyebrows.
Yeah.
So the eyebrows got to be on.
They got to be on.
All right. Now into a little bit of the lighter and slash heavier stuff again. So what is we're kind of rehashing some of these questions. Is there anything specifically that you wasted your time worrying about?
Well, yes and no. I mean,
I think for me, and maybe you might relate on this, is that I didn't have anything else to fall back on, or I still don't, other than myself. And I know we come from similar, backgrounds and upbringing in ways. And so I just feel like I'm all I have to rely on. Now, married and different and stuff like that. But that's hard, okay, house, and, mortgage and car and all the things that life costs to live. And, you've been married before and, not currently married. So I think that just is, even when I'm being married and successful and have the things that I have, I think that's always just like, oh, shit. And that's the sad part about today in America is like we're all one medical bill away from being like under, so. And I never want to be someone's burden. So it just, I don't know. That I feel like that is deeper and darker, but okay. What do you want younger people to understand before it's too late?
Better get a grip on this plastic consumption.
Oh, hey, you're not wrong. I know your Mother Earth and yes. I love it. And it's true, though. We need to take better care of our planet in a lot of ways, but plastic consumption.
And I think people are, but, I know that's a pretty heavy topic and probably don't want to go there all the way. But I would say stop being such the consumer.
Yeah.
And that if that's all there is to you, then you're going to have a sad existence.
Yeah. I mean, I was
perpetual consumerism.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I never was a super consumer. If anything, as I gotten older, I just have let things go. But yeah, that's huge. I mean, that's huge,
But, they're, getting marketed to through every...
What's that? I mean, even Zara's kind of quick fashion. And what's it called? The Temu of it all. And
yeah.
You mean the $5 stores and all that?
Yeah. Maybe think a little bit more. Spending your money on stuff like that is probably not good.
Yeah. Save it. Save your money.
Yeah.
All right. One last question before we wrap up here. What would you still want? Is there anything you still would want to do before your time is up? You got 10 to 15.
You got 10 to 15 at most to the 80. So that would be 22 years.
Yep.
I have always wanted to go to New Zealand. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. I would love to travel to Banff in Canada.
Yes.
And then I know I've mentioned this to you, seeing U2 in Ireland or Scotland or some. I know they're Irish, but
I love that.
Seeing U2, a band.
Okay.
So travel and music would be some of the things I still want to do.
Okay. I don't know. I got a few months to make it happen, I got 5 years. My birthday in Banff. It'll still be cool. That'd be cool. Like a birthday in Banff for my 50th.
Better start planning for it.
I know. Incorporate it all in because I want to go there too. But I want to go there when it's snowy and kind of like
wintry.
Yeah.
And it will be in May on your birthday.
Right. Exactly. All right. So on Keeping Austin Queered, we do a what is your yes queen and what is your girl bye? And so You can go in any order that you want.
Okay.
But basically what it is where you just say, yes, I'm loving this right now. And, as a trainer or whatever you do in your, work related or in life. And then obviously bye girl is like, you're not feeling it.
I'd say yes, queen.
Too.
My flexibility in my life.
As you're getting older,
Yes,
honestly,
yes,
that
yes.
is huge.
And
People would kill for that.
yes. I mean, it's, I can work, go have lunch with a friend, go play pickleball, go do whatever I want. And so I say, yes, queen. I'm so happy. That's where I am in my life.
Yes.
The flexibility of doing
From going to restaurant schedules, retail schedules
Yes.
to where it to that.
doing what I want to do with who I want to do it when I want to do it.
Yes.
So yes, queen to that.
Love.
Bye girl would be fucking fear mongering. I'm just the stress of fear mongering. I would have to say I'm definitely over that.
That's such a good one too. Yes, absolutely agree on both.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for sharing who you are. I love you, love you, love you so much.
too,
Thank you for
Sky.
doing this, opening up my season 3 with me. If you wanted to plug in, I know we talked a little bit earlier. So Angela she does dog gigs. She does training, personal training. I'm trying to get her to be a notarier, to do notaries for people.
Notary public, yeah.
All the things you can do on your flexible time. She said she might be looking for another client here or there or some dogs. And she is the best dog watcher. She loves all the dogs. And
Pet sitting
honestly,
has been a big thing.
and also she has paid her house off just recently. This year off of all the gigs.
Yes, queen, I have.
Yes, you have. So I'm super proud of you for that. Not many people can say that. I hope that I get to a point in my life where I'm able to say that. That's such a big accolade. So, and again, knowing your background and coming from where you come from, that's just everything. So yeah, if you want to spotlight yourself or anything you want to say.
No, I'm just, I could be in the market for maybe 1 or 2 more pet gigs.
Okay.
So if you need a responsible, accountable pet sitter, let me know.
Oh, sounds good. You could hit me up, guys, and I'll pass it along. But that's it, you guys. Thanks for episode 1, season 3, Keeping Austin Queered. And yeah, don't forget to have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye.